Hello, everyone. This is Hendrix from Starseed Talk, and today we are going to introduce and say your name.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? My name is Connor Carlson. I'm 27 Earth years in this life, and I'm realizing that there is much more of a greater truth to where I come from versus just being born on Earth in this past few years since 2017, really. Um, to begin, I found out that I'm half Sirian and half Draconian. Um, and I still don't yet know what that fully means, but I'm learning every day that this dragon energy that keeps on showing up has been around since birth. I had a lot of psychic abilities as a kid, and I never really knew that they were psychic until I got older and realized that the intuitive knowings that I had were kind of um, they came in clear, and life kind of like shrouded them in fear, abandonment. My dad was abusive, and I lost my hair around 11. So all these traumas compacted and kind of made me sheltered for a while until about to 2017, my last year of college. And before then, I dabbled with some psychedelics and shit, and that opened me up to the reality as it is. And I'm like, there's something off. I've always felt like the outsider growing up, especially in school. I would be connected to everybody but not really having a group, and I'm like, what the fuck? I could speak everybody's language but not my own yet. I don't know what that is. And so in college, I was invited to this festival called Electric Forest, and that was it's over in Michigan. Have you heard of it?
I've never heard of it, but I've been to lots of festivals that have the same name.
Hell yeah. Okay, well, highly advise it. Definitely awakenings happen there. It's in the forest, 4 days, and then we took a bunch of psychedelics, and I've never done that before that. And that really, like, something was torn off my heart. Instead of pursuing a life as a pharmacist, and I was like, why am I going to be a legal drug dealer when there's something so much more creative within my soul waiting to be born? I knew that there was something deeper. And after going to that Electric Forest concert, I was kind of awakened to something that I desired instead of following a life that my parents had designed for me. And so that's when I kind of broke out of my own matrix, my own rat race, and started to ask those deeper questions. And then after graduating college, I would travel around in my backpack and bought a camera, became a model, was trying to figure out what this creative urge is that's blossoming forth. And it still wasn't either of the two, but I learned a lot during the travels. And then I found DMT. Well, DMT found me, and it was in this random crystal shop with this random bald dude that looks like us, jacked, had a bunch of tats, 15 years in the SWAT, and we like bonded over his ex-wife like hurting him and shit. And I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, I'm here for you for that. And we kind of like broed it out for a while. Then he's like, hey, you want to go blast off? And so we go and blast off. I didn't know what that meant at the time, but I'm like, yeah, I'm here for the adventure. And later that night, it was the calmest, the coziest place you could have ever imagined. And he showed me a new reality through DMT. And that's when I met these like blue beings of light. And I don't know exactly what dimension or where from. I believe Sirius. But yeah, they kind of gave me the book of my life, and I kind of unfolded it. And that's when this Monarch was born. This brand that I'm building through modeling, it's more spiritual than it is superficial, I guess you could say. And that's when it started to really take a deep groove into my life. And then I'm like, who the fuck am I? Like, I come in here and I'm like, I'm Connor Carlson, but what is that? What does that mean? What's beyond that? And I started to realize that there are a lot of lifetimes that I've lived even before this one. And yeah, that's a whole nother story. But yeah. And then I had a past life
So ask you,
regression.
when did
Yeah.
continue with that? Yeah, continue with that.
Yeah. So then I had a past life regression, and in this regression with my cousin, we feel so connected. She's also from Sirius. She revealed to us that we're from the Sirius star system, and then it just kind of like sunk in. I'm like, me and my cousin, the only one that I feel the closest to out of my family, from the same star system. And it just is like, wow, you know, well, the coincidences aren't coincidences. Yeah.
Yeah, I find that a lot of us keep reincarnating with the same souls over and over again. So say you have a cat or a family member that dies, they will actually reincarnate into a newborn body. That could be a cat, dog, or a human, and they will live again with you. And you're always, from what I'm taught, you're always with the same soul family every incarnation, but playing different roles in every lifetime.
Yeah.
So you're always together. So don't ever get upset if someone dies or you lose an animal or something, because they will always be with you. They will always stay with you, wait for you, and they will always incarnate again with you. So it's kind of a cool experience. That's why I wish I could teach humans that, is that never to get so upset about death, because it's just a new beginning. It's just the end of a
Yeah.
chapter, beginning of a new chapter. It's such a beautiful cycle of life. It's just, and you get to pick and choose what you want to come back as next. It's such a beautiful thing. Like life has such a beautiful aspect to it, but unfortunately, the church has ruined it over the last 2,000 years by with their indoctrination to humans, that
Oh,
they
heavily.
created hell and heaven, which doesn't exist. Hell and heaven is just what you make it. With karma, you got to pay up your karma in full before your next incarnation. You don't want to bring any karma from your past life to your new life, because you'll be paying for that in your new life. Hindu
Right,
religion
right.
teaches a
The
lot
fear
about that,
propaganda.
and
Hmm.
yeah, it's just control matrix. It's just
Yep.
literally the movie The Matrix is a full documentary of what your consciousness goes through on Earth. That
Yeah.
these bodies are imprisonments of reincarnation. If you don't wake up and escape from it, you'll be stuck
Hmm.
here in a circle, in a rotation of reincarnation over and over. You could be here for thousands and thousands of
Yep.
lifetimes without even knowing it, because you do no spiritual work like that. The matrix itself is going to work, paying bills, getting in debt, getting sick, the American dream, money, all that stuff. That's all designed as a distraction, keep you so distracted for your whole entire life
Yes.
that you never do spiritual ascension to escape this cage that your soul's stuck in. So
Hmm. Yeah, that's why I'm
yeah,
like, in all the lifetimes, I feel like it's the lifetime now that we actually do find that escape. You know, it's like we've reached a critical mass point in humanity's evolution, where it's like people like us, people like everybody that you've even interviewed, are ready to burst out of this imprisonment, this three-dimensional pentagram that we're all encased in. Um, it's yeah, you're exactly right.
yeah. But like for me, like I I know what this reality is, and I'm already awakened, but I give myself deadlines. So I'm gonna enjoy the simulation until I'm 50 Earth years, and then
Yeah.
50 to death. I'm gonna do all spiritual ascension for the rest of my life. Like I'm gonna
Oh,
sell everything off, go to a third world country, become a Buddhist, like completely meditation, 15 hours a day.
dude,
Like
can
I'm
I
gonna do
go with
that for
you?
41
I'll be
years.
I'll be there
Yeah,
next to you in my
yeah, man.
robe.
That's my goal, is to
Yeah.
I'm gonna experience humanity till I'm 50. I'm 35 now in this incarnation, so I got 15 years left of doing the rat race, and then I'm selling everything off and I'm gone. So
Damn, bro, that's inspiring. Holy cow. I don't know many people that
yeah,
talk
because
like
you got to
that.
become aware of, well, you got to become aware of the simulation. It's just like when Neo is in the Matrix, he becomes aware that
Yeah.
he's in the control system and he lives it. He in the Matrix 4, he knew he was in the control system, so he used his abilities to make himself rich. He became
Hmm.
a game designer. He designed the game The Matrix in the
Wow,
Matrix.
yeah.
So
Yep,
he
yep.
built a Matrix inside the Matrix. So he just lived it, and then he's like, okay, I'm tired. I became rich. I did everything I wanted to do. Now I'm going to escape the Matrix, right? And
Hmm.
I'm going to live, and I'm going to help people wake up, right? But
Hmm.
then there was another good positive sign in that movie. There's so much full disclosure in the Matrix. It's retarded. He also said that there's so many people that have been in the Matrix for so many reincarnations that their body and mind is so addicted to it that they actually die
Wow.
permanently
Oh,
if you try to remove them from the Matrix.
that
Yeah. And
Feels like
so it has
virtual
to be
reality.
a free will choice.
Yeah,
Yeah, like what they're trying to bring out the metaverse
right.
is just is a virtuality within a virtuality within a simulation.
Dude, I have a feeling one
So it's
day
like
we're gonna be
another
like,
layers of control.
I have a feeling one day we're gonna be like saving people out of the virtual reality matrix, kind of like a Ready Player One style, like
Yeah,
hopping into the
yeah, that
metaverse.
movie, Ready Player One, is very, very full disclosure. Like Ready Player One
Oh,
is almost like
100%.
a metaphor of what Earth is that your soul's incarnating into this virtual reality simulation, and you're living out these meaningless lifetimes. At the same time, your soul energy is being drained and sucked by the AI machines, aliens, whatever you want to call it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
just comes down to this planet's just a farm planet, right? They just drain your soul energy. That's all they do. Is suck you for energy. So
Yeah, it's starting to get really annoying. Like I just passed someone wearing a mask in her car, and I'm like, girl, you're not with anybody in your car. Your windows are up. Like this reality is too much of a hold on your mind.
I think this whole COVID thing is just honestly is a psychic warfare, just to see how many people are actually awakened and see how many people
Yeah,
aren't awakened, right? Because if you see someone driving around with a mask on in their car by themselves, that right there is a blue pill, right? They are so in the matrix that they are, tunnel vision, right? There's just no
stuck to
point
the
in helping them
story.
wake them up, right?
Yep.
You can, like, as star seeds, there's so many star seeds here, but we have to focus on the ones that free will want to leave. They have to want to leave, right? They have to be.
Mm,
They, first of all, humans have to be aware of their surroundings. If they're not, there's no point in talking to them about anything because they're so tunnel vision and so in the matrix. They're gonna think you're a goof,
yeah.
right? So,
Yep. Sport the next holiday. That's all they talk about.
oh, it just
Yeah.
even like Christmas is just like
I can't take
I
it, dude. I'm
have to
not
be
even excited.
involved in it because I'm
Yeah.
yeah, just like the trees, the presents, the debt system. I'm just like, holy fuck, you guys are idiots. Like, but whatever, do what you gotta do to be happy, I guess.
Swear.
I was gonna ask you, how was your awakening? When did you have it?
Yeah, so 2017 was when it really started to take fold. That was, God, yeah, right after I graduated college, I hit the height of my career, I would say, and as after like during college, and I graduated. I was dating a girl, and then I went on American Ninja Warrior and competed there. That was awesome. So like all these amazing things happened at once, but then all of a sudden they were all like pulled out from underneath my foot like a rug, and graduated college, but I was like kind of living with my girlfriend, but kind of living out of my car, which I'm currently doing now at the moment. But and uh, then I graduated. My parents were like, "Oh, you know, get a job as a chemist," and I'm like, "Yo, that's not what I want to do yet. That's not really what I'm passionate about." So I was kind of just at the lowest point I've ever been. And then I bought a one-way ticket to Houston, spent my last dollar. I was like, fuck everything. I'm gonna go just, oh yeah, she also cheated on me and broke up with me. They kicked me out too. Forgot to mention that. So it was like all
That's a
these things
human
at once.
steal, my friend.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Humans
We rushed into a
all the
polyamorous
time.
relationship and we didn't know how to communicate it. And then she just thought she could get anybody. And it's just long story short, it was fucked up. But and so I bought a one-way ticket to Houston, and then that's when everything started to take fold. I met a guy who had a past life as a Nephilim giant, and that also realized that I he also helped me realize that I had a past life as a Nephilim giant too. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, you know? And I started to like research angels, fallen angels, all of the ascended masters and shit. I was like feeling really drawn to them, feeling drawn to like Reiki, feeling really drawn to um, uh, past life regressions and whatnot. Because I'm like, you know, if I'm this body, but if I've been here before, wouldn't I have known other things, other talents, other attributes? And so, yeah, that's when I started to really kind of piece together something else. And I'm still not there. I still have no idea what the fuck is going on some days, but I feel like I'm
Oh,
further than where I was.
my uh, headphone died. One sec.
Sorry.
Sorry, buddy, my headphone died.
Too much energy. Just zapped him.
One sec, my headphone died.
Okay.
You gotta block the window to your headphone there.
Hmm?
The wind?
Is it bad?
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad. Shit. Okay, I can walk somewhere a little bit where it's less windy. Oh.
Come on, connect.
Do they always die that fast?
No, I just haven't. I don't know. I don't have to talk like this right now because it's really dead. I haven't charged it in like a year, so it's just been sitting around.
Yeah.
Or 2 months actually since the last time I used them. But I think everyone can hear me like this.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. How about me? Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, so do you notice as a Starseed, do you have any special abilities coming out yet?
Yeah. I'm starting to have this like foretelling where I can feel when things are about to happen before they happen. Like one instance, this is a wild story, but my old best friend, he was kind of like turned on me because I thought I was going after his girl, but I wasn't. And then so he kind of left me at the Airbnb over in Colorado. And I was like, great, I have no ride back. Well, I had a ride back, but he called the police on me and shit. But before he called the police on me, I had a feeling that he would actually do that. And then right as I thought that they would, they showed up and then they took me to a McDonald's. So that was a foretelling event that wasn't too amazing, but kind of more dramatic.
No, I understand what you're saying because I have the same ability is like I'll feel the energy of something like someone's name or a situation. Like it'll start repeating in my head, like it'll be
Yeah.
like a voice in my head talking about this event coming up, and then the event happens a couple hours later. Like I can predict it with absolute certainty how something's gonna happen.
Cool.
And also if someone's talking to me, I can predict the outcome of the conversation, what they're gonna say, their intent by just feeling their energy. I can predict lying. I can predict probabilities to almost 100%. Situations that are gonna happen, and yeah, it's kind of creepy. Like someone will pop in my head, someone's name will pop. I'll start thinking of this person, and they'll call me in 10 minutes or something like that. Like I'll just feel their energy like coming right to my head.
So how do you cultivate that?
It's I've always had it since I was a kid, but I've always wondered why I think too much. Like why do always these random situations keep popping up in my head all the
Yeah.
time? I'm picking up frequencies, and then I realized that over the years, it's not me thinking, it's my psychic abilities picking up on frequencies that are coming to me. Like apparently everything in the universe has a 7-second delay where you actually feel the energy 7 seconds before something happens.
Wow. So you think that's like the
Yeah,
intent energy? Like
yeah,
once you set the intent, it carries that?
it's like a spider sense tingly, right? So
Yeah.
like you could be laying in around your bed all day and you feel some super negative energy coming towards you, and then something really negative will happen that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like empath ability, and it's getting stronger, especially with diet change, like not doing
like no fast foods, drinking pure water,
Nice. Yes.
no hard drugs, no booze, nothing, like just a clean diet, and also a clean mind, like not a lot of thoughts, right? Just
Hmm.
feel the energy towards you and stuff, right? So that's what I noticed in
Yeah.
my abilities. So
I realize they've even starting to channel other beings, like this entity, or not entity, but like group of beings called the Sirian Council of Nine keeps coming through. And I'm starting to like identify the voice with the sound. And before I thought it was crazy. I'm like, yo, do I have multiple personality disorder or something? Like I have all these voices that I can tune into and stuff. And then that's the one that's been most prominent lately.
mm-hmm. Yeah, right now I've been tuning into I can't really talk about it because it's really demonic, but
Got it.
to me, because I'm a Draco mind mentality,
Yeah.
demonic for me is like or demonic for human, what a human would consider demonic is what I would consider playful and fun.
Mm,
And you know what I
okay.
mean? So a human being would be like, oh, drinking blood or sacrificing or hunting humans or stuff that is demonic to them, right? But to a draconian or draconian empire, they consider that as hunting animals,
Yeah.
hunting lower life forms. Whatever they want to do with the cunt, or not the cunt, sorry, the kill is up to them, right? So like a human does whatever wants to a cow, pig, chicken, or pig, right?
Hmm.
Draconians do whatever they want to human. They think humans as slave little rodents, nothing. Like they're nothing. So when I'm hanging out with the Draconians or the vampires or other predatory races, that is a normal mindset. So when I'm hanging out with them, I don't see anything wrong with what they're doing at the
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
right? So I only have perception of what they're doing in a negative way when I'm back in this body and I'm seeing it affect a human. If that makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
completely. Because
It's like
even
it's like humans being a cow or chicken for a day and seeing their perception of what humans are doing to them, right?
Mhm.
So that's why humans really got to understand there's really no such thing as good or bad. There's only good or bad of one's perception. There actually is no evil.
Exactly.
There actually is no evil or good. Like that's just a human perception about understanding to what they think it is,
Yeah.
right? That's why
Wow.
when humans call aliens gods back in the day, there was no such
Hmm.
thing as gods. It was just aliens, right? That's what they
Exactly.
called them. That was their perception. So if we
Hmm.
saw what they saw back in the day, we would call those aliens today.
Whoa, you're fucking right though. Because like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If you look at Hindu religion and Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, they all talk. They don't even say God. They say gods in plural. They say those that came from the heavens. Heavens
Hmm.
is another word for space. That's just another word for aliens, right? It even
Yeah.
says in the Bible they came from the fiery chariots from heavens, which is a spaceship from heaven. So it's just a perception. Like
Cherubim.
humans really got to understand nowadays that like they talk about like Moses and Bible and stuff like that about how God speaks to you in your head. Well, from a star seed reading that, it says to me, oh, an alien was speaking you telepathy in your head, telling you what to do. A tree was
Mm.
talking to you. No, it wasn't a tree. It was a
Yeah.
fourth dimensional being talking to you in the fourth dimension in your head, telling you what to do. And you called that God and wrote a Bible about it. Now, 2,000 years,
Holy
everyone's
shit.
obsessed with that book, right?
Yo. Now
It's
everybody's
it's
on their
just
hands and knees, like, hey, save me.
yeah, it's just that simple. It's just a fucking reptilian or draconian that spoke to you in your head, right? Like that's all it is. It's
Hmm.
nothing more than that. And if you try to tell a super religious person that they can't comprehend it, oh, what's an alien? What's a reptilian? Oh, that's the devil. That's
Right.
demonic. Like, no,
Everything's demonic at that point. Yeah.
yeah, everything's the devil. I'm like, no,
Right.
no, no. Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's just like star seeds are one of our goals here is when we incarnate is to live humanity, figure
Hmm.
out humanity, and try to teach them the difference of it, right? Like try to unprogram them from their dumb teachings.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with like life right now, bro. It's like I've done modeling for a while and I'm like pretty good at it, but now I'm like, I don't want to just be like the cookie cutter type of humans that are just viewing a cool image on a GQ magazine. And now that I'm starting to realize that there's so much more that I have to be saying now at this moment in time, it's like I kind of just want to be done with it all and do my own thing my own way, instead of kind of living towards a standard. I'm so tired of the type of matrices that encase everybody in artist industries.
Oh yeah, look at Jim Carrey. Remember when he had his awakening and he's talking to people on TV about you don't exist, you're just a bunch of energy running around. I don't exist. And that
That's the
lady,
type of shit.
yeah, that lady's interviewing him and she's just like so in the matrix that she has no comprehension of what he's trying to tell her. And
Mhm.
he's like, I'm just gonna walk away politely, right? There's no, I
There's no
cannot
getting to
calm
him.
myself down more enough to talk to you. But like I got what he was trying to say. I totally understood what he was saying. Jim Carrey had a major spiritual awakening. Same with who's that other famous guy that had a spiritual awakening?
Shia LaBeouf.
No, I haven't heard anything about him, but the British guy that he plays the rock star drug addict in most films. He was the furry wall.
And
He smoked
is he
Jeffrey.
is he in the
Russell
iRobot?
Brand.
Not
Russell
iRobot.
Brand.
No, not
Russell
iRobot.
Brand.
Russell Brand. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, motherfucker wants to go to a Virgin Galactic to Mars.
Yeah, he's a major starseed too. He had his spiritual awakening. So, and I heard another one is another starseed that's trapped in his body is he's the fucking famous guy that used to date Rihanna. What the fuck's his name? Chris Brown. Chris Brown is a Palladian stuck in a human body.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, like, all of the people that we've ever looked up to, you know, what each person was or is.
Well, yeah, most of us are starseeds. The difference between a starseed and a human is that we actually wake up and remember past lives and our mission, right? Most humans, a lot of humans you talk to are probably 10 or 15 incarnations away from waking up, like realistically.
Right.
Yeah,
Honestly,
they're
at this
like,
point.
you can't be mad at them because they're just not there yet. You know what I mean? They're just
Yeah.
not spiritually awakened yet. So, like when a human dies from old age, he goes to the soul realm, and then because this planet's a prison planet, he can't leave because there's a soul net around the planet, and then he reincarnates back into a baby, and then he lives his life all over again. That's the control cycle here, control system, where they can never leave here. They're completely stuck in this matrix. And then these dark archons, reptilians, greys, whatever you want to call it, they soul drain you while you're stuck in these bodies. That's why you age so fast. Before the Great Flood, humans would live to 1,000 years of age without aging. They would age 25 and never age past that, never grow old. And then the Great War happened where the good aliens lost, and then the evil aliens took over Earth about 12,000 years ago. And now they run the show. And that's why humans age so fast, is because we're being constantly soul drained, energy, life force sucked out daily. So.
Do you think the memory block that we're all having is some type of artificial structure?
It's just a bunch of nanites in your brain that are blocking your memories. So.
Shit, that ain't the truth.
Every lifetime that you go into, you're supposed to remember your past lives, so you learn from them. If you keep incarnating and you have blocked or deleted memories, you're never going to learn to do the same mistakes over and over again.
I'm the most clumsy dude you'll ever meet.
No, that's not good.
Okay, say what you're saying.
Just 1 second. All right, can you hear me on here?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's better. Headphones are charged.
Cool. Can you hear me all right? I'm not gonna use headphones. Might be a little bit windier though.
Your headphones are working fine.
Oh, they were? Okay.
Yeah.
So can I ask you a question?
So we got about, yeah, go ahead.
When did you first find out that you were involved in the secret super soldier program?
Oh, well, I'm not allowed to talk about that anymore, but I
Ah,
won't say
got it.
anything that is irrelevant.
Okay.
2012, I knew I knew I was part of something my whole life because I had memories of war since I was a child. But moving past that, I can't really talk about it anymore. If you want to know
Got it.
anything, just look at my prior videos. I just every time I say something,
Okay.
they torture the shit out of me or sexually abuse
No
the shit out of
shit.
me. Yeah,
Holy
just
cow.
not fun stuff. So I'm back. No,
Okay.
but it's like it's sorry if I said it in a really negative way.
No,
Um,
no.
like how it is off world is if you get the chance to join up and you get the chance to serve, you have such a crazy life off world. Like it's so I definitely recommend it. You get to travel the stars, you get to meet so many alien races. You definitely are tough as fucking nails. You get to use
Mm.
amazing technology. You have such good relationships with people off world. The reason why they delete your memories or block your memories when you come back here is to save you from PTSD from when you
Holy
are
shit.
thrown back in your human body because there's so much crazy shit off world
Yeah.
that that they first of all have to make sure you're tough as nail. They have to break you in training mentally, so nothing can break you off world. And a lot of people say it's negative the way they break you. They break you in a certain way, so nothing can break you. Aliens off world are so fucking strong, so demonic, so intensely insane that a human body can't survive off world. Like
Oh
it can't. It's
shit.
a human body. A human body off world is like a rat trying to survive in a crowded mall. Like that's how bad it is. Like humans are so downgraded, so such slave species that their body is not even anywhere strong enough to fight off an alien. So they have to create super soldiers. They have to create
Mm.
soldiers that are mentally strong enough to fucking fight off other attackers, right? Because
Yep.
aliens, they don't use just weapons. They don't use projectile weapons. That's so
Oh, I'm
barbaric to them.
sure
They
it's all like
use psychic
psychic
weapons.
and
They,
telepathic.
they,
Yeah.
they get into your mind. It's all telepathic. They get in your mind and create scenarios that aren't even real, and you can't tell the difference between reality and this, right? So I'm finally back off
Okay.
world again after being off duty for a year. So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna ruin anything
Got it.
with
Yeah, yeah.
saying shit. So
I'm sorry for asking since it was that. Yeah.
oh, it's all good, man. All I do is definitely recommend it if you get a chance to go off world and serve a couple tours. It's definitely fun for sure.
I've been considering
If
it.
you're Draco, Draco's like chaos. Draco's like chaos shit, right? So it's fun.
Yeah, yeah. I've been starting to tone or get in touch with that aspect of my energy.
All you gotta do is meditate and say I'm free will choose to serve the SSP if anyone wants to pick me up, and trust me, you'll be taken off that night, and you'll be taken up there. There's a free will aspect to it. You have to want to join. So.
Okay. Wow. Thank
And
you
they
for
love
yeah.
Starseed. Starseeds are their favorite. Starseeds are their favorite choice. So.
Yeah, I've been getting kind of bored of this reality.
Oh yeah, when you get to go off world, buddy, it's just amazing the technology they have and all the avatars you get to run and stuff. You get so many different body choices to incarnate into. Like they just take your soul out and they put you in all these different avatars. Like the movie Avatar is full disclosure. That's all it is. Is you go into all these
Wow.
different avatars and you fight all these different battles, all these technologies and stuff. So.
Cool. Okay. Got some stuff to think about. So yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
man,
I don't want
stop
to run
living
your
a third dimensional life.
yeah, it's wild. Like I always thought that when I was a kid I'd be some type of super whatever. And now that's actually kind of manifesting in the reality. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I do believe when the solar flash happens at the end of 2023, that we all star seeds will get all of their psychic and special abilities back. A lot of us were stripped of our special abilities on incarnation because of the grays that rule this world. So they didn't want you fucking their control planet up. But 2023, end of it, you get all your abilities back. Psychic is like slowly you've been introduced to your psychic abilities as of late. As you get older, your psychic abilities get a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger, because they're slowly training you how to use them and how to notice them and make them aware. And then 2023 is going to hit. The solar flash happens. The biggest goal with that is a lot of people are going to hide in bunkers when the solar flash happens. Starseeds cannot hide. They need the full force of that solar flash to hit their third dimensional body, and the third dimensional body will be ripped off, but underneath of it will be your actual true form will come through into this reality. Yeah, your light body will come through, and whatever you are, the humans will see you as is. So
that's so exciting. Like as depressed as I've been and reincarnating here again, I'm like, you know what? It's worth it. These 27 years haven't been all that bad.
Yeah, just like I'm here for a 91 year tour, and I think this is my third or fourth lifetime here, but I can remember anyways. And you definitely don't want to be those guys that are like 1,000 lifetimes here, you know, like stuck here for 1,000 lifetimes. I've met a few of them.
Yo, get on with
I'm
the
just
game.
like,
There's something else out
whoa,
there.
that's intense. Yeah, there's so much. Like my wife here, she is a traveler, and I just told her, I'm like, if you ever get to leave this world, just go. There's so much out there in the universe, in the multiverse, that is insane. Just like the new Spider-Man movie and the new Doctor Strange movie. Well, it's all full disclosure of what your reality is. The multiverse. They're actually teaching you about your reality in Marvel movies. Yeah, the multiverse is real. That's what we are. There's multiple realities of you, different versions of you, millions of copies and versions of you at once.
Yo.
The truth is called fiction. It's not fiction.
Yeah, I'm even realizing I'm meeting people that have like similar energies in a different way. It's like I've been like, you know how we're all one soul split into many, many, many bodies. I'm finding like soul groups, like you said before, that have very similar attributes to my type of energy. And it's almost like they're other versions of me living in another reality on my day-to-day.
Yay, you actually figured it out. A lot of humans don't know that. A lot of humans don't know that your soul family. No, a lot of people don't know that your soul family is actually just you, different versions of you, the same energy incarnated in different bodies. So like my cats, my wife, my daughter is actually us. It's not me or her, it's us. We're all as one. We're a big soul energy incarnating in, it's like a big iCloud going into a bunch of iPhones. That's what we are. We're just all, that's why there's so much similarities to people that you get along with, is because it's you talking to you in another body. It's just a different version of you, right? Yep. So that's why you're never alone, is this is what you are created. This is what you are from source of all creation. It's just you talking to you in the same house.
It's a mushroom trip as a lifetime.
Yeah, it's just it makes so sense to me, right? Like I don't know, because I've been alive for apparently 96 trillion Earth years, if to put it in perspective. So I've been alive for a long time. So
damn, yeah. It is an honor, bro.
Yeah, man, it's an honor to talk to you. Thanks for coming on the show, and I hope 2022 is everything you want. Just make sure you just remember you got 2 more years until solar flash happens. So just do what you gotta do, live Earth the way you want to see it, and 2024 is gonna be the fucking full disclosure year of change, and that's when all Starseeds are activated to start teaching. So, and don't only teach the people that want to be taught. Don't waste your time on the people that are asleep. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been.
Okay, buddy. Love and light.
Yeah. Love and light. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.